Hey, happy Sunday, and thank you again for joining us on another review as we talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville and Ready to Love. And these is like to me like the best shows on channel. Well, not really the best. I feel like people like the little scripted series and stuff like that, but I really don't watch that. I only watch like the reality TV shows. So right now, I feel like these two shows are bringing it for me. So, welcome again. My name is Cinquetta, and I'm a life coach specializing in the areas of singleness, self-love, self-esteem, and also writing your book. So if you are interested in those areas, I'm definitely going to put a link in this description box so you can know how to hit me up. And I also wanted to let you guys know about my good co-host. She's been doing this with me for weeks now, Brittany. So you can go ahead and tell them about yourself and where they can find you at, and the things that you do as well.
Okay, so my name is Blessed B. I'm a life coach as well, specializing in self-confidence, self-love, and good old breakups. Okay. You can find me on YouTube at Blessed B. My name is right there, and you can find me once you go to my YouTube channel in the description. I have my Facebook, my Instagram, all there, and I'm an author in the making. But don't forget to like this video, and thank y'all for watching today.
Yes. Thank you guys for joining. So, Brittany, we're just going to get right on in. And I wanted to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, the reunion part 1. And instead of rating on the scale of 1 to 10, I want you to give this episode like a rating between an A and an F. A being outstanding, F being I don't like that, and everything in between.
Girl, this episode is an A plus. A plus plus. Like I cannot wait for the next one. Like at first I was like, do they really need 3 parts? Like they don't have a big enough cast like that, but they need 3 parts. Like I'm excited. Love it.
I am excited too. Like you took the words out of my mouth. I thought it was great. I would give this episode an A minus. Like it was really, really good. So next I wanted to talk about what did you think about Carlos King being the host? Because I feel like that's how it all started out, you know? What did you think?
I think Carlos King being the host was good because I feel like he's very personable and I feel like he has a relationship with all of them. So and I like how he's not biased because at first I was like, because I know he kind of close to Melody, and I see him in the comments with a lot of the cast, and I'm like, he probably gonna be tiptoeing, but he was not tiptoeing, and he let them have it. And I like how he can put that personal to the side and focus on the business. So I feel like he's the perfect host.
I agree. Carlos understood the assignment. He was asking the questions we wanted to know, and I'm just like, A plus to him because I wasn't quite sure either. I'm like, he gonna be nice to them. He know them.
Yeah.
But I'll tune in. But he understood the assignment, and I thought he was a great host. Okay, so next I want to talk about the fashions, honey. Who was best dressed in your opinion? Who did you like? Who did you didn't like? Like, let's get into that a little bit.
Okay, so for me, the best dress. Oh, Lord Jesus. For me, okay, this is my thing that I wrote. Mel and Martel, even though they are not together, they are their own individual baddie in their own right. And it's just such they're not together, but they end up matching. Because I feel like when you're a couple, for me, I think the couple should have been matching. But Mel and Martel, just looking at this picture, they match together. I can't choose out of. I love Martel's suit. I heard the people say he look like I loved his suit. He don't look like a Smurf to me. I would say Mel and Martel. As far as the cast, I can't choose out of Mel and Martel. If I had to, I'd probably choose Melody. But even with Carlos, I loved his suit. I ain't gonna lie. Like I even like Carlos' suit. I feel like he probably should have had like a black bow tie to match those shoes. But I feel like those 3 in the center, best dressed all night.
Yeah, when you was hitting it when you talking about Carlos, I said to me, Carlos was the best dressed.
Yeah.
I love that color. It's bright, it's nice. You know, I like men that wear kind of color. Like, you know how like now colors being popularized, like the black suit, the gray suit on a men, it's just like, oh, okay. But now I see men wearing navies and like dark plums. Like, I like that. I like it. So Carlos looked real nice. I even like his little C brooch. I'm like, you better do it, Carlos. Yes. And I even like his little salt and pepper beard. It just looked really, really nice. So he was best dressed to me. Also like Kimmy's dress, but I just didn't like Kimmy's hair. I don't know. I thought maybe because her dress was very already sparkly, maybe like something more simpler with her hair. But I did like her dress. And I was upset with Tisha and his bump.
Baby.
I wasn't very happy about that.
Right.
And
She looked like she going to Mardi Gras.
oh,
Like
right with the feathers.
she like going to a Zulu ball. Now, for me, my thing is if you have to wear the dress, I wouldn't say I hate the dress totally, but I feel like it's definitely the wrong color. I definitely wouldn't have wore that dress, but if you must wear it, that is not the right color to wear. She look like she's going to Mardi Gras. And Kimmy's dress is too basic for me. It's way too basic.
Okay. I liked I the color is fine, but it's something about the material, like that little shun. I got prom vibes. Like when you said I'm like about to go to her prom or something. The color is fine, but I don't know.
Then they probably had to vacuum the fabric off the couch. That material looks cheap. It looks like it's shed like a doll. I don't. Then, to be honest, Maurice and Marcel, you don't really expect too much from them. They very simple men. You never really expect too much. I think we would have been very surprised if they would have showed up. Very dapper like Martel,
But if Marcel would have wore like an orange suit, like Tisha's, like you said, maybe match, I think that would have looked nice. Like,
definitely
but
better.
It would have had to be like the kind of not that like weird orange, but like like it's a certain kind of orange that he could definitely pull off. I think
a burnt orange, maybe.
Right. Like, ooh, Marcel.
Yeah,
but it's okay.
So step it up.
But then again, at the same time, I feel like it's okay because they are men, and I know they're like kind of not into fashion like that, so it's okay. I'll let them live. I'll let them live. And I also thought like Tisha's skin looked really, really smooth, like really like brown chocolate Godiva. Her skin looked very beautiful. Like
it did.
So I like that. All right. So scene 1, you could kick it off because I only have like notes, so I didn't do scene by scene, but for scene 1, you could kick it off.
And me neither. I didn't do scene by scene, but I will say Tisha's hair looked at a mess too. Like that bump she got back there. I don't know what that was. Like Tisha disappointed me. That hair was a mess. That dress was a mess. Tisha is the worst dress by far. Let me just put that out there. Worst dress from head to toe. But for me, I like how now I also see why they had to do 3 episodes because they went back because we didn't get a reunion for season 2. So I like how because the last time we got a reunion was when Melody was pregnant. So now I see why we had to do 3 seasons because we want answers to the previous stuff that had happened. But I don't have it scene by scene, but I put that I noticed a lot how Melody, she'll cut Martel off in the very beginning with a few questions. I don't like how Melody just constantly cuts Martel out. When Melanie is talking Martel, she lets him talk. He lets her talk. He doesn't interrupt her. None of that. But Melody, she's so feisty. So Melanie needs to work on that. She needs to go ahead and let Martel talk, say what he got to say. But I did like the questions. And I did notice that when it came up to the side chick question with Kimmy, I feel like out of respect for Kimmy, everybody was kind of tiptoeing to a certain extent. You get what I'm saying? Like they didn't want to step on Kimmy's toes too much. And I also noticed that I feel like out of all the couples now, Kimmy and Maurice are the most respected in the group because when Maurice speaks, you're going to listen. He's very smart, very educated. So I did notice that like within the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the reunion.
Yes. All right, so I'm gonna hit on some things. I may be skipping ahead, but you brought it up how Melody was interjecting a lot, and I feel as though that, especially with that fellatio conversation, I was very like, well, I felt like she didn't have to like. I felt like she was really trying to vindicate herself in that scenario, so I felt like she didn't have to give up, that added stuff. The question was, did you do anything? Yes or no. You don't have to say what happened to you because at the same time, like everyone talks about their kids, and I just be like, yeah, you do have kids, and I think that's really weird. I feel like Martel was wrong for putting his wife, the mother of his children, that kind.
Yeah,
Why even bring that up? That's
exactly.
that's. And then I felt like she was kind of like for answering it, because I don't care she was out the household or not. Technically, separated is still married, and that's the same thing y'all trying to like vindicate Kimmy from and try to vindicate. And
Yeah,
they was already signed up, and Marby's wasn't.
yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. So that's the same thing. So, but I get it. Like I read the comments, people feel like, of course, like when Melody did does not compare to when Martel did, but it is what it is. They both like cheated a little bit, just a little bit. And I also get it too. Like I understand. I've never been married, but they say like sometimes that really hurts, or sometimes you feel like you gotta get some get back. So, all right, I understand that. I hear y'all. I hear you people.
Mhm.
But I was just like, okay, dang, Melanie, you didn't have to tell all that. I would have kept that to myself. But I feel like maybe she just felt like she needed to rub that in his face. I don't know. So, your thoughts?
Well, Martel actually had the video. I mean, Tasha K played the video. It's on Tasha K's Instagram page where he's asking her the last time she gave somebody fellatio, and she said 3 years ago. So I
Mhm.
mean, he gave the video to Tasha K. It's on her web on with Tasha K. You can hear it. So I guess Melody felt like she had to say it because he provided the video was going to come out, and he even said he had the recording, which he did.
Thought he was
But for me,
lying.
no, 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 go on Instagram. I meant to tell you that before we went to live. I mean, I was trying to get ready, but yes, the video was leaked, and I feel like Martell, why wait now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he probably had hope that him and Melody was probably going to get back together, and now he sees that it's kind of no hope that they're going to get back together. So he's kind of like trying to just throw her under the bus, like get back.
Mhm.
Because I feel like it didn't make sense for him to come out now. And my thing is, I get it. For me, when I was going through my divorce, I still wore my wedding ring. I didn't sleep with nobody. I didn't kiss another man until I got legally divorced and all of that. But a lot of people does not take that as serious. Like, was I dating people? Like, yeah, I talked to people, I probably went on like a few dates, but I never went that into that aspect of it because of it. But then it's kind of like, you're not gonna do it now because you're legally married, but as soon as you get your divorce, then you're gonna be fornicating. So it's like either way, it's not right.
Mhm.
um, and then my thing with Martell is, okay, Martell, she was out the house. Like you guys were separated. I feel like
Mhm.
he's trying to make it seem like y'all giving me all the bad, rep. Let's put some of that on her as well. And I feel like I get it, but that's not the case because why is she in an apartment? Let's ask those questions. I wish Carlos King verified that. Okay, why was she in an apartment? Because he was cheating. So,
Mhm.
like you said, some people want to get back. I don't believe in get back because I feel like when it comes to get back, a man can always win. So I wouldn't even play with that.
Mhm.
But I mean, if you cheated on this woman so bad, you don't know what this woman was going through. She probably was depressed, low self-esteem. She didn't feel worthy. So a man probably came around, got in her ear, made her feel worthy, and it was a shared experience. You can't really get mad at Melody for that. But my thing is, it's over now. Let's move forward, Martell. Like I did dirt, you did dirt. You need to be happy. Like I done gave you the woman. Why are y'all both still mad? Like they both still upset.
Mhm. I agree. Yep. Just for me, keep it clean. Like until legally divorced, try your
Yeah.
best. But I do understand. Like I said, reading comments. Okay, I got you. I understand. So I wanted to ask, did you? Because Carlos asked this. Did you think that the show affected the Hawk marriage, and the social media add like a component to the breakdown of their marriage, or is Martell just trying to say yes, it did? I wouldn't have did the show because his marriage ended. Like,
Right.
can we blame the show or can we not blame the show?
We cannot, and I wrote that down. Like you cannot blame the show that you are divorced. You are divorced because you constantly kept cheating. And for me, it's very selfish of him to think that he could have cheated on Melody all this time, even had a baby on her, and she would stay. That just shows how Martell feel like he had her. You get what I'm saying? He feel
Mhm.
like he had her stuck, but she was not going anywhere. And it's easy for a man to feel that way when you let them constantly get away with small little things. Then they start going into bigger things, and you let them get away with it. He feel like, okay, I got her, and that's exactly how he felt. But Martel can't blame nobody for his marriage ending but himself.
Mm-hmm. I agree. That show just amplified what was already there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like we can't a marriage can't be destroyed because now the spotlight is on. Now she just getting the ammunition. Like maybe things are coming to her like that other people peep. You know, sometimes you can't see it when you're in it,
yeah,
but you know, like people on the outside like, that's kind of messed up. That oh, Martel is your husband. Let me send you this because he's out doing X, Y, and Z. I mean, it is what it is. Like she said, the show helps you go more further. Like a lot of the opportunities open more quicker because of the show, and also the opportunity for them to divorce just happened quicker. Pretty sure eventually it was going to happen. Not trying to speak bad about their
right,
marriage, but he just was out here acting recklessly, and it's
exactly.
very upsetting to me.
Right.
um,
And my thing is, like, this is my whole thing. It doesn't matter what happened. If the show causes you to get out of a bad situation, then yay to the show. Yes, the show did
mhm,
it. And that's how I see things. People quick to say, oh, this wouldn't happen. I'll still have my spouse. If that spouse is in a bad situation, like for me, I was in a abusive marriage, emotionally, physically, all of that. And yeah, it happened to a moment where I'm just going to let my little business out there, honey. That's what I do anyway. So there was a situation where I started talking to a gentleman because you don't know how abuse, cheating on somebody, hitting on somebody, either way. I never got the whole cheating thing, but I was in an abusive relationship and that broke me down. So yeah, I find a person that lifts me up, tell me I'm beautiful, this. No, I did not, sleep with that person or nothing physical, but mentally that built me up so much to where it gave me the strength to leave my marriage. So it's easy for somebody to look and say, oh my God, he's the reason why we got a divorce. He's not the reason. It doesn't matter what it takes. I'm just happy Melody is out of the situation. Just like with my situation. I'm just happy that I got out of that situation. If that's what needed to be done for me to get out of it,
mhm,
whatever it is. And that's my
mhm,
thing. Long as because I just, that's a bad thing. I just, I don't know. I think it's good. Either way. The comments, the show, whatever gave her the strength to say, I don't want to go through this no more. I deserve better. It is what it is. And I mean, at the end of the day, she wins.
exactly. And winning, she is. You know what I mean? She's like just
Yeah.
thriving. She's
Yeah.
oh my gosh, you too. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, wow. And like you said, if it takes something to be the catalyst, then so be
Yeah.
it. God said
Yeah.
go. So he was gonna say
Period.
go whether the TV show was on or not. But
Period.
yeah. So I wanted to talk about, I don't know if you noticed, but you know when I was reading the comments, Tisha walked in. We should have brought this up during the intro when we was talking about everybody's
Mhm.
outfits. Did you notice how Tisha walked in and then it hugged Maurice or Kimmy?
No, I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice it either till I went back and watched and then I was reading the comments. Marcel talked to both of them, but she didn't. She just walked over. But then again, I was like, maybe she was nervous. Maybe she was just like ready to go sit down kind of thing. But yeah. They was like, Tisha, her hateful self. Like, she's so jealous. And I was like, oh, okay. But I
I
wanted to
did
see what
not
you think.
notice. Baby, that's some tea. Like, what the heck?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you go back and watch that beginning part, you gonna see. You gonna see. Um.
Now, I do want to say this.
Mm-hmm,
I had an inkling that Kyle cheated. We all did. It just was not confirmed that Kyle cheated on Maurice.
mm-hmm.
And my thing is, do she have a right to feel like Kimmy interfered with her marriage, even though she's the reason why the papers were filed? How do you feel about that?
Yes, I still think so because marriages can still reconcile. Because guess what? If it was a man that did the cheating or
Mhm,
whatever, we would like think like, oh, okay, maybe they can still get back together. Like you
mhm.
Jezebel huzzy, why are you trying to mess with my husband? And we trying to work it out. So I feel
Yeah.
like the same thing should be the same grace should be given to the woman, even though she did it. Maybe they could have
Mhm,
worked it out. You know what I mean?
mhm,
Like, and here Kimmy go in the mix, but I just learned that. I think I learned from this lady I watch on YouTube,
mhm.
Anointed Fire. She's really good. She was married twice, but and the first time she mentioned how the guy was going through a divorce or they were separated or something.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, she even preaches against that. Like, no,
Yeah,
like it's God's will for people to maybe get back together to reconcile.
yeah,
But if you're there in the mix, like as the other woman, the guy
yeah,
may feel like, all right, I'm just gonna start again new. So even
yeah.
though she did do the cheating, they could still work it out. Melody was look at Melody Martel. She was ready to
Yeah,
take him back after the cheating and
yeah,
stuff too. But that darn huzzy was still in the
yeah.
way, messing stuff
That's
up.
true. I didn't look at it that way. Last night I was just like, that's not right. But you know what? That's you put that in a great way. That is so true. Like even from experience again.
Mhm.
Like that is true. But a man, that's for me, I would never date a legally married man again. Okay. Like I've learned my lesson. Like I did that one time because I was like, oh, he went through a divorce like me. He's trying to find himself. But that is 100% correct. Even when they're still legally separated, they're still legally married, and it is what it is. Like you ultimately at default becomes a side chick. And that's why
Mhm.
I say, yeah, Kimmy don't want to admit it, but at default, baby, you were technically still the side chick, and that's just what it is. So yeah, now that you said that way, I get it. Now I get why I would feel that way. Because you're right, if it was swap, I did say that with the side chick. I'm like, well, why is she interfering? So that's true.
Mhm. Yeah, right. So it's just that's just how I feel about it. I still like because I just feel like Kimmy wants to prove so bad that I'm not liking it. I
Yeah,
never like it when it like two women are competing for them. Like I don't even like it with even though Mel's not competing. I don't like that coleslaw. I don't like her feeling like she got one up on me. I do not like that. That's
mm-hmm.
what happened to sisterhood,
Oh,
togetherness. Like oh my
that's
god.
that's null involved. That's null involved. But my thing is, I told Melody don't feel like that. Like, because at some point you can say it's not a competition, but at some point it kind of does become a competition about who can keep them the longest, who can. Because that's just how women are.
Mhm.
But I just want Melody to get into a space to where it doesn't matter how Martell and Coleslaw try to down her. It's always going to be a group of side chicks, a group of bastard children that are now adults, a group of cheating men that's always gonna point the finger to Melody and say she was a bad guy. And I want her to be okay with it
Mhm.
because
That's true.
that can really hurt her and make it feel like she got to redeem herself. Sometimes you gotta just let people pick a side and let them stay there and just know that you're vindicated in the long run and don't even worry about it.
Mhm. I agree because they do. Oh, so we can go into that because that was going to be one of my other things I wanted to bring up. When Carlos going to ask if you would have met this lady before you married Mel, would you had married her? And I'm just like, ugh. I mean, that's a real question, but I kind of felt bad for Mel in the moment.
Me
But
too.
I also felt like Martel was trying to be silent just to be petty. Boy, you is not going to marry that lady. You knew, just say no, but you're trying to like drag it out for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Not worry about
Yeah.
that lady because the character of a woman that was go to this extent. You seen
Yeah.
her in the video I sent you.
Yeah.
That is not a woman you really can build with. Like I just
Period.
made a video about it. Thoughts don't get rocks. I bet you she won't
Period.
walk down the aisle with Martell.
She would not.
Okay, like
No.
I don't know what is wrong with her, but it's like actually making me very like sad. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
now maybe my baby will be on the show. Oh, really? Like to me, you don't have no remorse. Like, what
No.
is wrong with you? Like, I'm actually at first I was like, the backlash. She probably done chilled out a little bit, but obviously
Mhm.
not. And I just don't respect it. I don't like it. And she's wet. I don't know why
Yeah.
she feels good about this. I
She
really
does.
don't. Like, I'm very. This is very interesting to me.
She
Like,
she really does. Like it was a video. She was on live and she was like, y'all don't get it, but the married man was chasing me. Yeah, I must be a bad chick. I must be that B. If I got a married man chasing me for 5 years. But Melanie just said the last night, baby, you was chasing him. You blowing this man's phone up. My
mhm,
thing is, when do you know your place as a child chick? Why is you blowing this man's phone up? So obviously you was chasing him too. I feel like the elevator just don't go up. And it's scary how she don't have no remorse. She's okay with it. And to be honest, Martel was disrespectful the whole night when he was like the gym was closed, but my gym was open. And I feel like he just got it out for Melody. And I felt bad for her when he said something so disrespectful like that. So for me, I believe his answer maybe yes, he would have married her because it seemed like he's out to hurt Melody tonight. I feel like
Here we go.
he's in the taking shots because him saying my gym was open, it was unnecessary and uncalled for. So I believe the answer he gonna say yes, even though we probably all know it's a lie. You know
There
he
we
would
go.
not marry that woman
Mm-hmm.
at all. Okay, because he ain't then for sure he's not gonna marry her now being a side chick for 5 years. He's never gonna marry her. Never.
And see,
Never,
I'm
never.
glad you said what you said. I wrote that said I'm scared for her because she's like wrong and strong. Like I don't know what
Yeah.
kind of karma is going to come to her. Well, I don't like using the
Yeah.
karma word. You reap what you sow. So I don't want to be near
Definitely.
nobody like that because you know,
Yeah.
because whenever it come back, I don't even want to be
Oh
close to
yeah.
you. Mm-mm.
Fact.
Shit. Whoa,
That's true.
it
And
was
this,
just
this
scary
is
to
my
me.
question to you.
Mm-hmm.
Can a person cheat but not be a cheater at heart?
No. Like what? He said
Can a
that.
person really cheat for 5 years, and not be a cheater at heart? What you think about that?
Um, oh, it's a scripture that goes with this. Like whatever's in your heart is going to come out. That's how come it's an action that you're doing, and that's what I want to talk about too. When Marcel revealed or shared that they were going to church and they went to the altar and got prayed for, and I get that. I felt like that was a real vulnerable moment, but I
Mm-hmm.
have wrote. You can't pray the cheating away. You have
Yeah.
to seek God the more.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to stop treating God like he's a genie in a bottle. Like, okay, let me
Yeah.
do this, and then everything is going to be magic, and
Mm-hmm.
everything that I desire is going to come to me. No, sometimes you have to get in your Bible. Not sometimes you have to get in your Bible. You
Yeah.
have to get scriptures. You have to go to marriage counseling. And it was disturbing to me that he got counseling, but he got counseling from the wrong source. Why is
Mm-hmm.
the men telling him how to cheat better? That's
Right.
like, oh, that just really disturbed me. Like you don't feel like nothing. Mm, like I don't. Why? It's like
Exactly.
you can even be with somebody like that because like their character is messed up. It-
Yeah.
who knows what else he'll do if he's trying to like
True.
get away with cheating
Yeah.
and cheat smart. It's like I'm kind of
Period.
scared of him too. You know what? Both of them belong together. I see it
Well,
now.
that's true, and that's why it's important that when you're dating men and women, that you're asking who's your father. Why do you look up to your father? You need to ask all those questions because Martel is a lost child. He did not grow up with his father, and he's seeking these bad men. Even though these men are giving him bad advice, he's looking for a father. Deep down, he's like a 13-year-old that was looking for advice and never got it. So he's taking advice from anybody he can get it from. So when you're dating a man that was not raised by his father, didn't have no positive role models in his life, he's pretty much lost.
Mhm.
Um, and I just think it's a bad situation. But I did like how Melody said that it wasn't because the girl was pregnant. Which I got confused that she said it wasn't because the girl was pregnant that she filed for divorce. But in the season, it said that they had just came back from vacation and he told her that the girl was pregnant. So I'm hoping Carlos can get some verification on that because it's like you said you left, you said you filed, but then y'all went off on vacation and he then told you the girl was pregnant. So I'm kind of confused about that one.
Maybe it went like that, but maybe when she found out that the baby was pregnant, kind of put the ice on the. Maybe they was in that middle reconciliation kind of thing.
Yeah,
But when she found out she was pregnant, she was like, let's keep on going with this divorce kind of thing." Like
yeah.
she probably really did want to work it out, but he's messing with her for 5 years, and that's
Oh
how I know. Like, oh, she was the restaurant, she was the moon and stars. You must really liked her.
yeah.
Okay, then why wasn't he trying to file for divorce? You know what I mean? Why he still
Right.
want to be between Melody and her? Shouldn't
Yeah.
she be his everything and only want to be with her, not like be in both homes? No,
Right.
she ain't that chick, and I
Exactly.
don't care. Like,
That's true. And my thing is, Martell, even when you go to God and you pray, you go to church, you have to actually have that desire to want to change. You have to have that first. Then
mm-hmm,
you got to make the first step, which is going to church and all of that. But the desire for Martell was not change in his heart. That was not there. Because if it was there, then he would have, left the lady alone and built his family up. So
There
make
you
sure that's there first.
Yes, because if that's the case, we will all be like in church right now doing,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? If God had that much, no, you have
yeah,
free will. You know what I mean?
right,
You have to
exactly.
choose life or death. Is the
Yeah,
decision is yours. So
period.
you're right. The desire does have to be there. So I'm
Yeah,
glad you said that because, like you said, and then God will like give you grace. So even when you
yeah,
like mess up or whatever, because we all fall short, and it ain't gonna be easy
yeah,
getting over a temptation like that.
yeah.
But God's grace.
Your
Just like
strength. He'll
David
give
in
you
the
the strength and
Bible.
all that.
Say it again.
He'll give you strength, the
Yeah.
willpower. But he
Hmm.
got to see in your heart that you really want that though. Martel then he just playing with the Lord. Martel is just too funny. That boy, when I say I was discussing with Martel, like I swear, like Marcel talking about he the most hated. No, Martel is definitely the most hated in my eyes. Like I really like I don't even care about him being on the show no more at this point. Cause he just I feel like he's giving the show a bad name. Him
Right.
alone.
Yeah.
I really do. I really
It's
do. I
true.
can't stand Martel. I
It's
really
true.
can't.
Yeah, it's like he just
Their
making it go.
reunion.
Doop, doop, doop.
Yeah, their
Right.
reunion put that nail in that coffin for me. Like I'm so done with him.
Ooh, and it was so much like just in part one.
Yeah, oh
um.
yeah. It
Okay.
was good.
Let's see. And I guess we'll just wrap it up with this before I go on Twitter because we're at 30 minutes.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
like you said, Martel is really trying to throw Melody under the bus,
Yeah.
especially when you try to do that Marcel and Melodykhan shenanigans. Why are you trying to bring that up? That's not necessary. You're really trying to paint this lady out to be like the wrong kind of person. And I'm glad Melody broke that down too. I was like, oh,
Hmm.
like the way she's explaining it sounds
Yeah.
right to me. And Marcel probably was
Yeah.
like, just it's all right, Mel. I just get like real brother sister vibes. Like I really feel like Marcel really
Yeah.
do care for her in a like platonic
Mhm.
way. But what do you think?
I feel like we discussed before, you kind of can get like Marceau may like Melody, but this is my thing. This is no difference than you dating a guy, you meeting his friends, and you like, whew, I wish I'd have met him first. Or who he got a cute friend. I
Hmm.
mean, everybody's been there, both men and women. And I mean, you can't deny that if you wasn't with this person, the sexual chemistry is there with that person. I mean, we all have eyes. And I mean, may even your partner may even sense that. So I
Hmm.
feel like if we see that Marceau would date Melody because that's the type of woman he like, I'm sure Martel can see that. But at some point, you have to use your common sense and say, although they may have sexual chemistry there, and my friend may be attracted to my wife. I know my friend would never go there, and I know my wife would never go there. So you kind of gotta use common sense and not even speak on that. But
Hmm.
you kind of know it's there because I mean that's it, we're all human. I mean you can think that the pastor's wife is fine or the pastor, but because of your moral stance, you're never gonna go there with them. But you say, oh, that's an attractive person. But I mean, but I get it though. I see the brothers to survive. I see how more so can kind of be like of a protective to Melody. He actually likes Melody as a person. I feel like he likes Melody more than he like Martell. And Martell's probably jealous of that because that shows as well. But
Hmm.
Martell got to use his common sense to say these are good people with moral stand. They would never do that. So he's crazy.
Right. But I do like that you touched on that part too because Marcel do it do seem like he like man. Yeah, you
Yeah.
right about that. I do see the
Yeah.
chemistry. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I agree with that. So I'm going to go on Twitter real
I'm
quick.
excited about these Twitter comments, honey. I can't
Oh, it
wait.
was popping on here last night. Even Carlos was in the tweeting. Martel regrets doing the show because he wanted to cheat in peace. You know what? Yeah,
Facts.
that is what it was. Um, always Carlos King always understands that assignment now.
Yes.
He was a good host. Let me see. Martel is a vile human being. How the did Melody put up with this for that long? Kudos to her for not letting him break her down. Shows her
Yeah.
strength, to be honest. Martel is Martel. If you made mail, why don't you try making yourself this time?
Period.
Fire Tisha whole team immediately. Hair, makeup, wardrobe. It's a disaster.
Agree 100%.
All right, that was last week. Coming to the stage, Tisha in the hump in her wig. You know
I
what? Miss
swear,
Wanda probably was helping her.
baby, that hump, I'm like, what is this? That's not even a bump. Like, how you bump the wig? Like, that's not
Mm-hmm.
it.
It's bothering me that people was around her was like, yes, girl, you look cute. Like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay. Carlos, Martel, you were cheating during the pandemic? No, I was at the gym. The gyms were closed. Mine was open. What else was open? When's your son B day?
Mm-mm.
That was good. When he asked
Exactly.
when the son's B day was, I was like, drop the mic moment.
Jesus.
Mail right now. Boom.
Oh, now see, that's facts. Cause that's. Do you remember that movie?
Why did I get married?
Baby, when she hit that boom, them facts. Love that one.
Mhm. You were sleeping with the other woman during that time, Martel. No, I wasn't, Carlos. Then how she get pregnant? I mean, like, come on.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
That's
Carlos
a
is
good one.
cutting down to the white meat with these questions. Mhm.
Yes.
He probably seen her tweets. No. Carlos, how did she get pregnant? When is your son's birthday? Yeah, no answer. So Martel thinks the comments and not the side chick and baby ruined his marriage. Exactly. It's the audacity for me.
Oh, Lord.
So you cheat, break up your family, have another baby, and want her to pay you for it? Mm-mm. Oh, this was last week. Let's see.
Mhm.
Carlos King is the host of all hosts, created, understood, and effectively carried out the assignment. Yeah. Teacher heard, got some drinks and been heated.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
She cut that look at him. That was a heck of a look.
Oh man. There you go, Carlos. Reunion is on there, hosted by me. Oh, that was last week. Last week. Okay. Tisha should have kept the cornrows the hairdresser put under the wig instead of this wig.
I
Yeah.
believe that. That would make sense.
Ooh, that just made me mad. She had a chance to really shut it down.
Yeah, because she
Ooh,
had been doing good for the season.
yeah. Ooh, that angers me. Oh my
That
gosh.
brown look was good. She did.
Right. But maybe that's what she wanted. And as a hairdresser, you just got to do what the client says. So,
Baby.
Martel, did you perform fellatio on a man? Male. He performed fellatio on me. Why Tisha Wig got a speed bump in it? Wait, what? Carlos is giving us a reunion. Baby, I love it. That's true. Usually, like, reunions take a little while to warm up.
Yes.
This reunion was like on fire already. Like,
Yes.
episode one, part
Facts.
one.
Facts.
Did Mel stay married to Martel as long as she did? A lot of people are asking that. This is interesting. I had to think about that.
I think I know, baby. Was that bump with the bump, hump with the hump? Yes, baby. All them kids. That's what it was.
Interesting. Mel stay. Ugh. He made me so mad though. Like, I don't know, the way you treat me is gonna like make me feel I'm not even gonna like you no more kind of thing. So I can't even I don't know.
Ooh, honey,
But
that makeup, honey.
possibly, yeah. Carlos the King of reality, 8 Martel, lion, always haul up.
Yeah.
If I ain't was a person, oh man. Carlos said, how she get pregnant? We wanna know, we
Exactly.
wanna know. Martel saying he helped create the Melody Hall brand when he didn't even have a builder's license. Right, the audacity. Oh, you're right. Audacity. Martel, I'm not a cheater. The rest of us.
Exactly. What the heck?
Martel, your life is because you cheated. The show ain't got a thing to do with it. The show ain't make you call the mistress. Exactly. Martel recording but not studying for his builder license.
Exactly. Oh,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Martel, when he found out Carlos was hosting, no wonder he had a lot of apprehension. Like he was the
yeah.
only one that wasn't excited,
Uh-huh.
besides Tisha. When they run back that good old footage of Martel lying. Mhm.
Exactly.
I'll give it to Mel. She is calm as right now. She's not giving Martel her energy, and I'm proud. Yeah, she was pretty chill. So, oh my gosh, I can't wait for part 2 and part 3. Part 2 looks like we get to talk to what's her face, Destiny,
Definitely.
and also
Yeah.
Tiffany and
Lewis.
Lewis. So I'll be firing Tiffany up for talking about my reality TV show nephew. So you know, but I forgive her for now. All right, so next we will get into Ready to Love. And I like to name this episode Case of the Ex. Remember that song by Maya?
Oh yeah. I used to know the beginning
So,
and everything, honey.
oh, really? Yes. All right, so I'm going to pull up the cast so we can start talking about the dates. Who was the first one? Um, that went on a date with the ex. Oh, let me look.
I can't remember. I just know Walter sticks out. Frank dates stick out to me. Um, even I'm going in order from least. I'm trying to remember Carrington, whatever his name is. He was the second one. I'm
Right.
gonna have to look at them to figure out who was first.
Okay. I think it was Cornelius and Camille, right?
Cornelius was, yes, they were first. Yes,
And
that was
Camille.
first.
All
Yeah.
right. What did you think about that interaction? Did anything stick out to you?
Now, as far as his ex, they don't match. I was just like, that's his ex. Like, I don't know. For me, if I meet a man ex, like I said, you are as great as your last whatever that said was. You are as great as your last project or whatever. I meet a man ex and she just looked toe up. I'm gonna be like, baby, this is a step up for you. Like you're not gonna know what to treat me if you ain't treat her right. You could keep her.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I think that'll be a red flag for me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But his ex seems nice though. She seems nice. Like as far as his insides, she seems like she matches values. And I can see why they dated. She seems like she got very much so good values. She seems like she's very respectable, very stern. Um, I feel like Camille is just so rude. Wow, when she gonna leave? And I feel like she really brought that pressure to Camille. I feel like the ex seemed very smart and she asked all the right questions. And Cornelius share being nice as he always is. But that just shows when their questions get answered, she's just not right for him.
Mm-hmm.
She's just a big red walking red flag. I want these three men that she said proposed to her. I want these men to come forward because I do not believe that Camille was proposed to three times. I feel like she's lying just to make herself seem like a prize.
Mm-hmm.
I really want these three men to come forward. I don't believe it. I think it's a lie.
I can see that too. Like I would want to hear from them as well. If they get to talk to
Yeah.
their exes, I want one of them to be up there. You know what I mean? One of those men that propose. Because that really could mean anything. Sometimes men give like
Mhm.
women shut up rings, you know? So
Yeah.
we need to know the real. But I agree. I didn't think like his ex match. I almost started thinking, are these their real exes? Or are they playing along for the show? Is this somebody like that was on the production staff and they couldn't maybe get their real ex to come? So we're just gonna use these people. I don't know, but I really couldn't see him with his ex either. But so many people was like liking her on Twitter and stuff.
Mhm.
But and like not to say she's a bad person, but I just didn't see him with her either. But other than that, like you said, Camille was being very like annoying. She had her best. She had like the right answers talking to the ex,
Mhm.
but when she got downstairs, it's just like, why are you worried? Like
Right.
you're the new person. You know, for men, a new toy looks better than their old one, so he's gonna
Right.
like you more for the moment. So what do you care for? I don't even care. Like, it's not that serious. They be very territorial. Like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Oh, okay. Next date. Let me see. I got the episode up. So after Camille, it was it looks like it was Tasia and Phil.
Hmm. And Shiloh.
Yes. What did you think about that date?
I thought that Phil's
Yep,
ex
yep,
is
yep. Tasia and
absolutely
Phil.
gorgeous. I think she's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I don't find the attraction with Phil. So that date he had, his ex looked way better than he did. I'm like, why did you mess that up? Um, Tasia did seem awkward. She seemed quiet, but I feel like she felt that way more so because it shouldn't have to do with seating arrangements. I feel like if Shiloh was sitting where he was, that energy is still just burst out. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she knows that Shiloh has the upper hand against her. I mean, you can tell because the energy is just there, and I feel like that was the problem. I feel like it had nothing to do with seating arrangements, actually,
Mm-hmm.
because y'all all at the same table.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what pretty much stuck out to me. I don't really remember questioning it. It was just so uncomfortable to see Tasia just kind of dim her light when she was sitting at that table, and for Shiloh to just shine brighter than it was already shining. But I feel like that kind of solidified that I feel like Shiloh and Phil is I think they're gonna be together in the end.
Yes. Um, you and Twitter gonna stop trying to play my friend Phil, okay? Because a lot of people saying the same thing. Like, what do y'all see in Phil? What? Like, look, stop trying to play my. Don't. Mm-mm. He is cool, calm, collected, got that quiet confidence. That's what I like about him. So stop. Y'all gotta stop that, okay? He is
I'm gonna
cool.
try.
I
I'm
think
gonna
he's a good catch to me. Like out of everybody, he seemed kind of like on this stand up to me. But
try.
I agree. My only problem with Tasia is that I'm getting the vibe that she wants it too bad. Like she wants to be in a relationship. Actually, that's what I wanted to say. Her attitude was bad ever since day one, where they had her in the bottom. It's like she couldn't
Mhm.
like recruit or shake out of that like funk that these men put her in the bottom too. Because remember, she had got a bad attitude, even though
Yeah,
she still was with like still there. I guess
yeah.
she just couldn't get outside her head. So I feel like maybe she's not even trying like that. I mean, she's trying, but she just feel like, well, they really don't like me anyway. They had me in the bottom day one. Like she never was able to shake out of that.
Hmm.
And it just showed. And I almost feel like, sorry, but they kept her around because they didn't want the backlash from last season where they
Hmm.
got rid of the bigger girl kind of early on. So I feel like they kept her around longer than necessary, possibly because of that and because she really didn't have no connections for a long time. So yeah, so I don't know, but also like I said, I feel like she wants it too bad. She wants that happy ending kind of thing. So she's not
Hmm.
dating light. She's not dating like this is fun. Get to know them. Maybe Phil isn't the right person for you. You know,
Right.
that's the thing. I think we need to stop trying to make like go happily ever after because that's not how men do. They'd be
No.
like, "Oh, she all right, but I'm gonna see what else is out there." You know what I mean? Like, "Oh, she cool. Yeah, I like her," but they ain't gonna stop them from talking to Jessica. She fly walked in the street. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
not.
women
So
just put
not.
all their eggs in one basket. Like, it gotta work with this person. No,
Yeah.
be like them. That's how come they can just be so chill and cool because they know they got
Yeah.
options. We do too, but we don't exercise them. So that's what I'm gonna say about that date. The next date was with Moomin, Sydney, Frank, and Frank's girlfriend. Any
Ex
thoughts on that?
girlfriend, baby.
Oh yeah, ex girlfriend. She
Baby.
almost seemed like a plan. Like I didn't even really believe that that was Frank's ex,
Girl.
but
That's when that's not for me. Now Cornelius and his ex, I can kind of see it. It's a little glimmer. I don't think it matches, but she matches it. It's inside. This woman and Frank ain't matched the outside or the inside. I'm just like, that's when I kind of got the inkling that okay, this is not these people ex. I don't
mm-hmm.
know if he done hired his psychiatrist, his counselor, his general manager at his
Right.
bar.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I do not believe that. I need pictures.
You're right.
I need
Right.
pictures with time stamps. I do not believe that that's Frank's ex. Her
Mm-hmm.
question seemed like she did not know him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, moving and Frank. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna work for me. I believe that Frank works better with the new girl. I still have not learned her name. I feel like
Sydney.
because they seem like they're club hoppers and they like to go out, they like the nightlife. I feel like they need to be together because I feel like Moomin is not that chick. She's probably gonna want Frank to come to church on Sundays, but Frank's gonna be in church half asleep because he was just in the bar the night before.
Exactly.
Um,
Shaking that
Period.
body.
I just feel like their moral stances are not there, even though they keep trying to push it to be there. And I feel like Frank is probably to that stage to where he's out of the, he's tired of the club girls because he would have dated the new girl because he'd known her previously. I feel like, he wants that prize. He sees Moomins as a prize and he wants to move to the prize and the good girl. But I feel like that'll be an upgrade for him and a downgrade for Moomin.
Mm,
Frank
that's
needs to be
good.
with the new girl.
I agree. When Moomin said like, "Oh, I'm not worried," our chemistry, I was like, "Sis, you should be worried because
Yeah.
when him and Sydney link up, their chemistry is kind of off the charts. So you should be worried, girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
What they Molly, you in danger, girl? Because yeah,
I
so."
love it. Molly's in danger.
Like that's what I found. Like, I know, like that's good. Don't let them see you sweat, but
Love that
um,
movie, baby. Love that movie.
yeah. And I guess I gotta like her too because she's an Aries, so my Aries sister. I wonder when her birthday is though, for real. All right. So next date was Sabrina, Walter, and Moomin again, and Walter's ex. What did
Girl.
you think about this date?
Okay, now when Frank X came, I'm like, okay, this is not true. So then when Walter X came, I'm like, you know what? Cut the TV off. These people is playing with me. Okay, where is Ashton Kutcher? Ashton Kutcher? Am I being punked?
Mm-hmm.
It's like Sabrina walks up like she is fresh off a runway. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the dress was nice. She was flowy. She looked like she belonged in California. Like she's bad. Her and Walter looks amazing together. Okay.
Yes, they would. Mm-hmm.
She walks up to the table. For me, it's hard for me to hide my expressions. If I was Sabrina and I walked up looking like I belonged on the type of wedding cake, and this is your ex, oh, now I get why she left early. Cause like, baby, this is kind of beneath me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That ex is the nails, it's the bad weave, it's the glasses matching the shirt, it's everything. But then when Moomin walked up and I got the little glimpse of her sitting next to the ex,
Mhm.
now I see that Moomin is more Walter's type.
Aesthetically, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
aesthetic is definitely more so because they look like they can be like cousins. I mean, their nail colors was the same. They
Mm-hmm.
both wore red. The eyelashes looked a mess along with the weave. And I feel like outside, that's Walter's type, which I was very surprised.
Mm-hmm.
That he would the long nails for me. I didn't think Walter would like somebody with long nails. Like he seemed more conservative.
Right.
But that's what I think about that. I'm like, at this point, Sabrina, I don't know. I mean, she seemed like she don't have a care in the world. She seemed like okay. Like I said, it'll be an upgrade for Walter too if he was to get with Sabrina because his ex is like I don't know if y'all really exes or was y'all just like friends with benefits, nightcap. I'm bored, you bored. I don't know what was going on.
I felt the same way too. I'm like, who is this lady that they Harper? Who is this woman? Like, where did she come from? Because I couldn't see it either. I couldn't. But then, like I said, when I was on the and like on Twitter, it was like Walter must got a side to him that we don't know about. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Like he
yes.
might got a little wild side. You know. Even her earrings, because I like name earrings and stuff like that, but it's a way I will wear them. Like I'm gonna wear like my hair all back. You know what I mean? Like you gotta have
Yes,
like maybe a urban thing, but then you put a little classic twist to it. Like
yes.
I ain't gonna I'm no, maybe I would wear them with box my shenanigans braids, but that gives like so like a certain kind of look. So that's why I would have to like match it. Like, okay, name earrings, but a little sleek back bun, little best of both worlds kind of thing. But she had the earrings, the nails, and it's just like, oh my gosh, this is perfect.
Bamboo earrings. You know what?
Right.
When you say Shanae, that is exactly who she reminds me of. Shanae.
hmm
Spot on.
So, do you think that Sabrina left because she didn't want to be there with the ex, or she left because she didn't want to be there with the ex in movement?
I think it kind of like was both because I don't know. I think it was the ex for her. I kind of do because even with the ex, she came out the gate. The ex asked her, "What do you want to know about Walter?" And for me, if I get a chance to talk to one of my guys' exes, baby, I'm all for it. Girl, what happened? Why y'all broke up? I want to
Mm.
know the tea. I feel like that should be a prerequisite. A prerequisite when you date somebody. Talk
Mm.
to the ex. Like for me, I be date in the back of my mind when I date somebody, I really want to reach out to the ex and ask them because they'll give you whatever story they want to give you, and you just have to believe it but then it's not adding up to you. And it's like she asking you, what do you want to know? When you say, well, I trust Walter enough where if I want to know something, I can go to him and he can be honest. And it's just like
Really?
she was
That's
treating the girl like she was kind of like beneath her. You get what I'm
that's
saying? I
true.
feel like it
Hmm.
was the ex because it was
Yeah,
rude.
that's true. I'm glad you said that. They did say like she was coming off a little judgmental, like they could
Yeah,
pick up that
yeah,
vibe off of Sabrina. And you
yeah,
right, like I would love to ask that kind of question, like, oh girl, yeah, well, what was Walter like? Like anything, but she
yes,
said it in a way like I got this all in the bag. I don't need to participate.
right,
You're not understanding the assignment. Like,
right,
be
exactly.
happy, be in this thing. All right, so next, we could talk about Dante and his date with Zadia, Shiloh, and his ex. Now you know people was upset because they felt like they wanted his exes to be one of the three baby moms. Like they felt like maybe
Ooh,
they would get more of a real who he is by one of
yes.
them three. So
Wow, I just thought about that. I keep forgetting he got three baby mamas. Now that is a fact. That's true. That's who should have. Because you're right. The comments is right. They would have found out the real him with one of the baby mamas. That's true.
mhm. They was
That's
like,
true.
we don't want to watch him. If one of the baby moms ain't on there, we don't want to hear it. So yeah,
Oh yeah, that would have been a good one too.
that would have
I
been a
don't,
good one.
I don't know though. Like for me, that was like the most boring date of it all. I feel like either girl is an upgrade from his ex. His ex is really not that cute, but she seems like a nice girl. Um, it was just boring because then you got Zadea with the boring attitude, and it was just. And then who else? Shiloh was there.
Yeah,
Shiloh and him. I don't know why Shiloh racing the time playing with him. She like Phil.
yeah. But she's understanding the assignment, like by
Yeah,
going out with multiple people.
yeah,
I got my mom to start watching this, and she said she ready for Cornelius and Camille to get off the show because they're not dating other people. You know what I
right,
mean? They're not. You all right? Y'all found each other. Get
right.
go. Like you know what? That is a good point. So yeah. Anybody else remember last season? Homeboy that did that. They kicked him. Not the season before last when he only liked Naya. They don't like that. Like you gotta, mix and mingle a little bit. You have your top, but also talk to other people. So I like Shiloh was playing the game right.
Mm-hmm.
Movement is playing the game right.
I mean, Zadea is, I guess, if we're going, Zadea played it right too
Who else she
with the
been?
two women.
No, she's not playing it right to me. Why was she upset that Shiloh was at the date? She was like, did everybody know he was inviting Shiloh except for me? That's what it. Her and Tasia had the same stank attitude. Y'all know this is what the show is about, talking to multiple people at one time. Like, why is y'all trying to like hone in so quickly? Y'all should be talking to multiple people. Just
Yeah,
relax. Relax. I don't know. I just feel
that's
like you
true.
gotta play it like Shiloh was kind of doing. Don't get too emotionally attached to anybody till they make it known to you that they want you, kind of thing. But they already like clawing their like claws in these men. It's just like relax. You don't even know him that well to know
Yeah.
if you really like him like that. Right now, we getting everybody's representative, but
Yeah, and then
just
I
wait
feel like
out.
when it comes to Cornelius and Camille, I feel
Mm.
like because they have chosen each other, they should automatically go to the end and just count them as a couple in the reunion. Because I feel like just seeing them is kind of like a waste of time, other than Camille just bringing her attitude and facial expressions. Because I feel like if they found love, then it is mission accomplished for the show. So they should just kind of like date each other and kind of like go to them dating and get to know each other too, rather than
Mhm.
because you're putting them in situations that they don't want to be in. So I mean, I would still consider them to be, a ready for love couple. I mean, they found each other.
Right, because at the same time, now other people are getting eliminated that maybe could still have a like potential. but y'all holding up spots. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
if y'all, it's just upsetting me. If Cornelius, if you're not going to date Moonman and none of the other ladies, y'all
Yeah.
gotta go. Or like you said, just get them to the end. But
I think they should have them date each other because that'll show. I think then Cornelius maybe I don't know. I feel like they may be already dating each other, so he probably don't care about her red flags. He don't care.
it's something about that. People were starting to say that Cornelius is starting to be a red flag. That he's not acknowledging her red flags.
That could be true.
You know, like
Yeah,
what is
I can
wrong
see
with
that.
you? Like sometimes things like that, when women do it, they got a tunnel vision or something like that. They already see themselves at the altar. So okay, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They lie. I don't care. Whatever. Still going down this altar, or whatever. All the red flags. So maybe he got something in mind too. Maybe got a point to prove to his ex, or point to prove to some. I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
it's something with that too. Because by now he should have been his masculine and checked her. Like, relax. It's not that serious. Ooh, I would like
That's
that.
true.
But he's not. He's very quiet for some reason. Why?
Right.
It's annoying. All right. So the last date. Oh no. We got one more after this. Naeem and Zadia and his ex. Now that was a real ex because she had a lot of anger towards him. That was a real ex.
Yeah. My thing is, you know what I noticed? What's her name? Aisha, the girl with the blonde hair. I'm like, what was she the whole episode?
New York was not there. No.
I was surprised to not see her at all. Maybe she had an emergency or something. But
I
I
was
feel
thinking the
like
same
his
thing
ex was
too.
really I feel like his ex was really his ex. I feel like his ex was beautiful.
Mm.
I think they both. I don't think he's an ugly guy. I think they both are on the same playing field. I feel like he's not an ugly guy. She's not an ugly girl. I don't know. I kind of wanted him. I was kind of like, why they not together? Because I don't know. I thought they were so cute together.
Yeah,
But
and she remind me of Zod. Like they don't look exactly alike, but they both got that
yeah,
brown chocolate skin kind
yeah,
of. So I'm like,
yeah.
oh, he got a little type a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah. I agree with that. You know what? To be honest, everything Zaya do, I do not remember.
she's kind of a
I
snooze fest.
I don't even. I don't. I remember the ex more than I remember her. I remember the ex was a beautiful. I'm like, wow, this is a beautiful woman.
Mhm.
Zadia, I have no words because I do.
But you know what? Someone said it perfectly. She not really feeling what's his face either like that. And I kind of feel
No,
that. Like she's not. That's why you don't
she's
remember.
going through
She
the
she
motions of the show, and her looks are kind of like getting her by, but it's no
yeah,
person. She gives absolutely nothing but face. That's all she
you're
gives.
right. Yeah, face and body.
Yes, yes.
um. All right, so we'll skip there. I
Thank
said
you.
everything good.
Thank
So the last thing was Phil and the new girl when they went to the gym together. What did you think about that?
Girl, now let me say this. This new girl act like she is so frank. She act like she is so frank. But if you so frank and you like Frank so much, why is you chasing behind Phil? And I didn't like that. I didn't like it because I feel like at this point they should be trying to narrow it down. I feel like they really shouldn't be.
But she was new. Remember, she came halfway, so like maybe she needs a little time to kind of like weigh her options.
I feel like was this for her third episode? I feel like Frank should have already been. She should have got at Frank before she bows eyed to not Frank. She should have tried to get at Phil before she kind of bows eyed Frank. She's Phil should have been beating her friends then. Like I feel like Phil lost all the important stuff, and once again, I'm not gonna come for Phil no more after this, no more. But Phil, I don't understand why Phil is pulling all these women. I do not get it. Okay, Phil. Ugh. Look, I ain't gonna hate the player. I'm gonna hate the game. But Phil is definitely pulling it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's a secret millionaire and these people have pulled up his Forbes list. I don't know what it is. I refuse to believe that it's his looks. I refuse. And that's just what it's gonna be.
Okay, so I have a question. What is it about him that you don't like?
Physically,
Or like in general? It could be physically, his conversation, whatever. Like, what is it that you
I
don't?
mean, he seemed like he has a nice personality. He definitely gives me friend zone vibes. I would definitely put somebody
Mm,
in like fear friend zone because I'm not sexually attracted to him in the least. The way he
mhm.
talks with that jaw, he reminds me of the guy on Forrest Gump. when he had the lip out
Okay.
like this, the shrimp boat man.
Hmm.
I do not like Phil like that, but Phil seemed like he would be a perfect guy, like a brother, like that. But I don't
Hmm.
see what they see and feel like that.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. Y'all is so mean. Like, oh my god. I just, I like him. I liked him from jump. I really did. Oh,
And
oh
then
wait. Before I go to
you know what
Twitter,
else? When they show
uh-uh.
the nuclear, I'm like, is her butt fake? Like it's like something ain't matching with me, and
You
something ain't
talking
matching
about?
with
You talking
her.
about Sydney, the one that went to the gym with him?
Yes, I'm like, okay, them thing that butt look fake. Like I don't like when it look obviously fake like that. Like that kind of irritates me.
I couldn't. And I was trying to figure out that was her real hair.
I don't think that's her red hair, but she does have it in pretty good though. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think it's her red hair, but her hair looks nice because it
Right?
makes it look real.
Yeah, right. That's. I'm
Yeah.
like, right. I mean, I'm like, I
Yeah,
can't tell.
I'll give her that.
Sometimes it
The girl
don't.
have her hair tight. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we get to the end. It's Sabrina and Tasia at the end. Do you think that those two should have been on a chopping block?
I feel okay. I feel like they should have been on on the chopping block. I really feel bad about Sabrina though. I just feel like it was just because she only Walter really like her, and then nobody kind of liked to see it at this point. I knew to see it probably was going to be the one to go home. I mean, but what do you expect? Walter taking up for Cornelius, talking about nobody put Cornelia in the bottom. Nobody do that. And so here go Cornelius. He was like, "What's Sabrina?" And it's like, well, dang, he didn't have the loyalty to you, Walter. Your girl is in
Mhm.
the bottom. But I feel like they all got to be in the bottom at some point, and I feel like the right person went home because I feel
Yeah,
like Sabrina belongs to Walter.
right. I honestly thought that Camille was going to be at the bottom again because they told her to date other people. Both of them not listening.
Check
Why are they not listening? Like Cornelius, and just try to spread yourself out a little bit. I don't get it. So I don't know. But Sabrina was a little defensive during her like
okay.
it's like, oh my gosh. But honestly, I was surprised that she was in the bottom myself. I didn't see that coming. I'm like, they like her. Well, not
Yeah,
everybody, but I don't know. She was making a connection. So I was surprised she was in the bottom.
and I would say this: when she was talking to Frank, and she tells her, it seemed like, okay, for me, I know we're on a dating show, but for me, I still want to be pursued by a man,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of where we are. Like, if you're not asking me for my number, you don't want to take me out on a date, I'm still not making the first move. And then for Sabrina to put herself out there and she's telling Frank how she's been reaching out, calling him, no response back. Ladies, listen, if a man does not answer your text or you call him, he does not call you back the first time, for me, it's a no go. Now, you
Mm-hmm.
may want to say, okay, maybe the man lost his phone, maybe he lost service, maybe somewhere between the text message got lost and it went to the whatever you want to say. That you can do it a second time if you want to verify that you're being ignored. Okay, I'm not gonna say you're crazy, but see,
Mm-hmm.
when you go and you reach out that third time, there's something ain't right, sis. I don't know whether it's the desperation or what, but please don't blow a man up. If a man wants you, he will pursue you. Just know, okay?
Yeah, I agree with that. I'll never forget. I was reading this blog, and it was a guy blogger, but he was, talking to women. He was like, when a
Mhm.
man is feeling you, he will text you underneath the table at the board meeting. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
no, I'm too busy. I'm too not. They'll find a way to
yeah.
communicate with you. You know what I mean? So if he not, he's just not that into you.
Period. If he wants you, he will come and get you.
Mhm. But the thing that like kind of frustrates me too with this show, like everybody is great, but at the same time, I feel like nobody on this show really is worth jumping through hoops over. Like no, so it's okay. Kind of like Cecilia, she wound up
Mhm.
going home. I wouldn't even feel bad because it's something
Mhm.
about this season. I wouldn't feel bad at all because do you really think that like, and it is possible, but out of the billions of people in the world,
Mhm.
that you want to end up with somebody like out of these 10 or 20 people on this show? Like, no.
I mean, my thing is the only person that I may feel like maybe worth jumping through hoops over, and to be honest, I don't see her physically like that. I mean, I feel like she's not ugly, but
Mm.
physically she's like because of the eyelashes. But I feel like her character. It's hard to find a woman that's sticking to her morals and said, "I'm waiting to marriage. I'm not having sex. I don't have any kids outside of marriage. I'm not gonna have any." And she's in church. I feel like Moomin would be the one person that maybe that you may want to jump through hoops because you don't know if you're gonna see that again. You don't know if you're gonna find that again.
Right. For the women are good. I'm talking about for the men.
Oh, well, no, not the
Like
men. I mean,
I
both
feel
are
like the
good,
women that leave, like y'all shouldn't even feel like it was rejection, kind of like, yeah,
no, I
you
will say this though, Cornelius. If I didn't get the gay vibe from Cornelius, which I strongly get the gay vibe, if I didn't get that from him, I feel like he would be a diamond in the rough too. I mean, he's attractive. He wants to wait to marriage. If I feel like you don't meet a guy that has a good career, has money, his own place, and has spiritual values like that, that's worth jumping through hoops. But I would have to get a lie detection test first to prove if he's gay or not.
yeah. Other than them two, everybody else, you you know what I
Agreed.
mean? Like you say, you can find them outside and out and
Yeah,
about, kind of. So
that's true.
nobody's really nothing special to me. No, although we're all God's children, but like, you know what
Right.
I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, whatever. I may not be worth that to somebody, but at the same time, it's just like I'm not going to be trying to play around, or should nobody be feeling bad that they didn't
Right.
make a connection. I think that's what I want to say. Don't feel bad that you didn't make a connection because
Right. That's true.
your pickings are very slim. So,
Fact.
all right, Walter's ex,
Hooey.
Cornelius, and missing signs. Mm-hmm. Phil is the Kyra of this season. Everyone wants Phil.
Right. Pretty much.
So I don't like Zadia. I said what I said. Zadia gives off a terrible vibe. Seems like she's always in a mood and has an attitude.
Yeah.
So why didn't celibate Moomin and celibate Cornelius get together? I'm trying to figure out too. Yeah. Mhm. Now Walter, speak to.
I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. Walter's ex went viral. I'm trying not to judge, but Walter's ex is not what I expected.
Right.
There's tension here with Naeem and his ex. Yeah, I felt that. Walter, you are 45. You probably test driven enough Toyotas, Lincolns, Mini Coopers, and Shark loan cars and still ain't secured nobody's title. Please hang up that you had to have sex to determine compatibility and longevity because it has not worked. Tasia, I could be a little uptight, like right now. Walter's ex is a bat.
Yes. Definitely.
The fact that Camille keep ducking and dodging elimination. Yeah.
Yeah.
After seeing Walter's ex, I don't trust him. And
Yeah.
Sabrina A lying through her tongue talking about she looks stylish.
Right.
Camille with her friends versus Camille with Cornelius. Ex in the room. This season, Ready to Love is not good. I'm just ready for it to end. Reunion, please. I agree. This is like, oh my gosh, not fun. Not fun. Oh, man. What in the Edward Scissors hands is this ghetto? Is the ghetto is going on here? Oh, like her glasses did match her
Oh
her
yeah.
dress.
The only thing I forgot to mention wasn't earrings. I forgot to mention that, but yes, it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When Sabrina goes home, she gonna pull up. She's just gonna get up. They've been taking it so serious. A lot of them do. Even the men do. They be in their feelings too. So I can't even say it's all of the women. Tommy trying to highlight those red flags to Cornelius, and he
Yeah.
Ray Charlesing. Yeah, he don't care.
No.
He don't care. Someone is lying. Walter was not with this woman. I don't know, y'all. It may be so. Look, I'm a very non-judgmental person, but if this woman is Walter's ex, then baby, there's a side to Walter we haven't seen.
Yeah.
And I'm intrigued. Let's see here. Cornelius' ex seems like a sweet lady. How is he interested in Camille?
Yeah.
Walter's picks are a woman who doesn't want any more children and a woman who doesn't want to have sex until marriage. Walter wants a child and is very sexual. Please, what is this show? Make it
Yeah.
make sense. It's just very annoying. They're having a Becky Judge two sisters. Hmm. Child, Walter's ex. That means Walter got a different side to him. Mhm. So everything was about Walter's ex. That is what went viral. Walter's ex, Walter's ex, Walter's ex.
I'm just saying, like looking at the nails, was that SpongeBob on her nails? Like
I mean, it was just
that.
outrageously long. That's all. Like, remember how SWV used to have those long nails? Oh my gosh. Outrageously
Too
long.
much.
All right, well, this was another great review as we talk about Ready to Love and Love and Marriage Huntsville. Again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this. And if you're watching this on the replay, do not forget to like this video and share if you care and subscribe to our channels. And we will talk to you again next Sunday for another review. All right, bye, guys.